picking a YouTube niche, it's hard. I'm going to be honest with you. It's difficult. Not for some people. Some people are like, I fix people's air conditioners, so I want to do a channel about that. And that makes sense, but a lot of us out there, we are pretty positive that we can make some sort of extra income on YouTube. But you have to have a niche. You have to have an area of focus. It's true, you can start without an area of focus, but that likely will not be something people want to watch. Nobody wants to watch your kid's band concert followed by you flying a kite, then episodes of you knitting, and then, they're going to get confused. They'll like one of your videos, but not the rest of them. That's not to say that there aren't like big famous people who can have channels that go all over the place, but the niche is them. They're the big famous person that you want to watch. So I kind of want to give you some guide as to how to do this. The reason I know a little bit about it is because I've definitely done it the wrong way. I started making videos on we'll just call it professional level, back in like 2004, maybe even 2003. When I was in high school, I was on the news crew. Learned a lot from my teacher. Her name was Leslie Cron. She taught us a lot about video making, and that was just introductory high school stuff. And then I got a degree in radio television from college. YouTube came out while I was in college. And I never could think of a niche for YouTube. I never thought of something where I was like, yes, this is something I could do. I could do a channel about. And so I spent years and years and years wondering what I could do on YouTube. If this is you, where you're constantly wasting time, letting time pass, wondering what it is that you could do on YouTube, the best advice I can give you, you have got to just get started. Think about some of the things you enjoy. And not just things you enjoy, but things that you feel like you either are or could be passionate about. Like maybe you like fishing, or surfing, or skateboarding, or maybe you like football. You could talk about football, but the point is, write down these things that you are quite interested in. And then just film some videos. Just with your phone. Just film some videos where you talk about this stuff. Maybe something happened big in sports or movies or something. Just sit down and start talking about these things and film it. And you can do that easily. A 10-minute video a day of you just talking, easily you could do that probably once a day. And if not, you could at least do it 3 times a week. The biggest thing when you start a new channel is starting a fresh new account and posting consistently as much as possible. The reason this is important in the beginning is because the YouTube algorithm likes consistency. If you just post one video just to do a test, that's probably not going to yield any results. I have posted good videos and let them sit and not gotten any results, versus just posting as much as I possibly could, which works a lot better. But as you progress and as you get monetized, you definitely want to move away from just posting for the sake of posting and start really improving each time you post. So sit down, start talking about things you enjoy, and set yourself a goal. I'm going to do this 3 times a week, and I'm going to post it on a fresh new channel, and I'm going to stay focused on this particular thing. And if you do that, eventually the YouTube algorithm will start recommending you. Now, if you're like, well, I don't have any interests, surely you do. Surely there are things, like I said, like, sports or movies. There's something you like to do, stuff you like to watch, ways you spend your time. Maybe it's eating. There are people who run Instagrams and TikToks that just talk about food all the time that they like. And you can do, your niche doesn't have to be some magical thing. You can do it on like anything. There are people out there for it. VidIQ, which is, if you don't know already, it's a channel that helps people to monetize YouTube channels, and they have a program called VidIQ where you can get your videos optimized as much as possible for YouTube. VidIQ will say that there's a niche out there for everybody, and they've even had some channels that they've audited on there pop up where it's like, what is this? Like it's like a nothing, but somehow they'll have videos of 100,000 views, and I'm like, 100,000 people wanted to watch this? Pictures of traffic lights from around the world? With no real organization or editing? I'm like, how is this something that people wanted to do? And so the point is, don't look at yourself and think, well, I'm not good enough, I couldn't do this. There are people that are monetizing channels that are blowing up fast that are horrible on camera. I am trained on camera. I am trained in editing. I am trained in all sorts of things. And I have YouTube videos that are pretty good, that haven't gotten many views, and ones that I didn't really care for too much, that people loved and subscribed like crazy to. And there's something else going on YouTube than there is with TV. So don't get bogged down in feeling like you're not professional. Doesn't really matter. If you're not good at editing, camera work, lighting, it often doesn't matter. The biggest, most important thing is good audio, which most phones now, the audio is decent enough that you don't even have to worry about that if you're filming with your phone. So when you're thinking about a niche, don't make yourself be the reason you don't do it. You are good enough. I promise you. You can do it. There are some weirdos out there, no offense to the weirdos, that are doing really well on YouTube just simply because they're being real. Authenticity is killing it on YouTube right now. So just pick a niche that you don't have to fake it in, that you enjoy doing, that is something that you'll find yourself feeling happy to talk about all the time, knowing that you'll always come up with more topics. And if you do that, I don't think monetization will be that hard for you either. Now, I can't tell you how long it'll be, but most people, the average time to get monetized is within 12 to 15 months. But if you really put work into it, and you're staying focused, and you're working on, your thumbnails, and you're working on your intros and all those sorts of things, you will get monetized faster than the average. I have done it faster than the average on my first YouTube channel. So I know it can be done. And you just have to make sure that you are focused in such a way that it's something you're going to keep doing. Don't pick a niche like finance or something because you're like, oh, those make more money. Don't worry about that, because the real money in YouTube is not in ad revenue. Ad revenue is not even where I made my first dollar. Ad revenue is great, but it's not the way you should choose your niche unless you already know what you're doing. I would definitely recommend just sitting down, writing down all those things that you want to do, picking the ones, plural, that you would enjoy talking about the most, record those different ones, and do that for a while, and then just start posting videos on the ones that you like the most. Trying to focus on a singular niche. And you can even niche down, as they say, which is where maybe you talk about sports, football, maybe you specifically talk about the Dallas Cowboys. Like you just focused on one team, one area, one aspect. And if you don't think that would work, then how do they employ all those people on that team for a lot of money? People are willing to watch it. Don't be scared to niche down in the beginning. You can expand and get broader as you get more popular, but don't try to worry about leaving out certain people. You need to niche down as much as possible. So just talk about that thing that you love, and don't worry about editing and all that at first. You'll get better at that. You'll figure it out. And if you want to find ways that will help to monetize your channel faster than normal, I have a video on shorts, because a lot of people are confused about how that works. And I'll talk about how I blew my channel up pretty quickly to 1,000 subscribers using shorts in a very short amount of time. Check it out right here.